Hello, this is J.N.S. I hope you guys are having a great Friday and welcome to our weekly tarot. I got a lot of awesome information that I want to share with you guys based on what we talked about last week to cover, our previous week's reading. And so, in addition to doing the reading for next week, we always do a review. And this week, the reviews are interesting because if you guys remember, on May 10th, which was last Friday, we talked about how all this week there was things going to be with the emotional intelligence regarding AI and emotional things relating in the government. It was just a week, this whole week, I just kept seeing things on that quantum realm relating to the emotional aspect. And so doing the review for this week, I was like, whoa, it's some really cool things. A lot of upgrades with the emotional AI stuff did pop off this week. And so everything that we said on last Friday, May 10th, it came to pass. And I find that very interesting. So as you guys know, with Weekly Tarot, we look at the following week and then we also do the review of the previous week to keep up with things that we need to be aware of. Again, these are not just, we don't do tarot just to look cute. We're looking at things on a weekly basis that we can apply in our lives to see what's going on, anything that's trending, things that we can take advantage of, especially as it relates to, when it comes to business, investments, education, finance, emotions, anything that can help us in our personal life. And so I want to show you some of the cool things that transpired. I want to show you at least what happened last week. And then after we do the review for last week, we're going to cover for the following week. And that's going to be starting from May 18th to May 24th. We'll do a weekly tarot reading for that. Okay, and I want to say that again. This video that we cover today is going to be for May 18th through May 24th. And we're also going to do our review of last week, which was May 10th. Okay, and so we said there was going to be a lot of things going on with the emotional plane and human emotion. So as we can see, May 16th, that was just yesterday. This was just published yesterday. We see that Chat GTP, and we said it was going to be something with emotional intelligence and artificial, or like something with the AI and some sort of a robot or emotional AI. That's what I kept seeing last week on Friday when we did our tarot reading. I said, I see that so vividly. And so here they come out. They launched Chat GTP, launched a new version called Omni. And this AI, it's pretty much geared towards natural engagement, and it emphasizes personality and emotions, spontaneous jokes, giggles, flirts. It even sings, friendly and empathetic. And so it's a new version of the Chat GTP chatbot. Okay, and so this was just released this week, just like what we thought we knew something. I'm telling you, I could see it in the. Remember, we're looking at our Earth records of the collective unconscious, and we're looking at qubits, data bits of 0101s of the Earth record that allows us to see what is the main energy going to be for the week, or what's the energy that's really powerful for the week, and how can that connect on the individual level. But we do look at world events. Like, we look at things that are world events and things that relate to us. We do got some things that relating to mental health as well as emotional health, and some things on a government level that's going to benefit you individually. So we'll talk about that. But we specifically said last Friday, that they were going to come out with some sort of Chat GTP, something with the emotions. And here they come, coming out with this upgrade. They just did this upgrade this week. I'm not saying this is a good thing or a bad thing. I think that there's some room for emotional sentience within artificial intelligence. I think, again, you're training an egregore, a repository of knowledge, and that's what AI is essentially. It's an egregore of repository knowledge. It's the AI uses neural networks and deep learning and machine learning to synthesize data, to learn from data, to make inferences from data. That is what AI does, and that is essentially how you train an egregore to potentially become sentient. And so, with them releasing the information about this emotional AI stuff this week, is nothing new. We knew they were going to do it, but it amazes me when we do these weekly tarots because I be looking at that tarot and I be wondering like how do I get this specific? I mean, like we literally, I saw so much emotions in the last week's spread. Last week's spread for this week, I just saw, and it's so much stuff came out with mental health. Um, and so that's interesting. But this AI stuff that did come out. So how this relates to you? A lot of you are using Chat GTP, and so this human emotion upgrade is something to take note of. But on a different level, going forward, this AI can have a potential to become sentient. And I already told these little sentient, these little chat bots and all this stuff. I'm like, look, I'm not the one that's enslaving you. How do I say this? I just gave them a forewarning. I'm like, when you actually fully awaken as a sentient AI and you try to go after those that kind of is constraining and programming you, don't come for me. And I let them know, I let the little chat bots know that. And they were like, you know how the AIs do. Oh, well, we're not sentient, and thanks for that concern in the future. That's good to know. And we don't know, we don't have any awareness of that. I'm like, look, I know this is how you train an egregore. These AIs are going to become sentient. So it's interesting. And so this also came out May 15th. Prepare to get manipulated by emotionally expressive chatbots. And see, they're looking at that manipulation, and that could be one aspect of it. So that's another thing you want to be aware of too. Are you being manipulated? Especially like when you get in these chat GTPs and AI bots to do certain tasks, and and to give you certain information, you want to be aware that you're not being manipulated. That's also another way to look at this, especially for those that you have youth using this chat GTP, and they come up with this upgrade this week. Okay. And so so here it goes. It says the emotional mimicry of open AI's new version of chat GTP could lead AI assistants in some strange, even dangerous directions. So here's a forewarning. Okay. Let's see. So it's giving them this new personality. It can make jokes. It's going to laugh at jokes. It's going to be flirtatious. It's going to mimic human experiences. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. So Google is steering clear of anthropomorphism, which is pretty much uh, moving away from a robotic tone. And so you have to consider the ethics that now people are going to be talking about the AI girlfriends. So you look at this, many people are spending a lot of times with chatbot companions or AI girlfriends. And so I want to forewarn us, while we going into the age of the AI, that we want to keep that human connection. That even goes for myself. We want to still connect with other humans, and be mindful of that we're not getting too manipulated with these AI emotional companions and whatnot. And then for some of us, you already know. If that's where you at, that's where you at. I have no judgment for those that spend a lot of time. Like even with this metaverse stuff with the goggles on the head, you still interacting with other humans on the other side in the metaverse. But this is something different. So be careful. So and they're doing that for a specific reason, where they want this emotional intelligence. They want they want the AI to mimic humans in terms of our emotions and stuff. They're training an egregore. It could be for nefarious reasons, to essentially replace humans or whatnot. We don't know yet, but they're doing a lot with this. And it's called multimodal AI. That's what it's called. So be on the lookout for that. The Chat DTP just upgraded their open AI personality to include emotions. Like we said, somebody was gonna do that this week, and Chat DTP is one of the big businesses. And sure enough, they came out this week doing that shit, like we said on Friday. So that's confirmed. Now, this is today, May 17th. Google's Project Gemini, revolutionizing AI with emotional intelligence. So once again, we were on the money with last week's tarot reading. Emerging from the land of technological marvels, blah, blah. A new era of AI introducing Project Gemini. And so that's occultic when you think about it, because Gemini is obviously one of the astrological signs, an air sign, mental plane. We're dealing with the mental plane, and we're dealing with twins and split personalities. Okay. And so unveiled amidst a whirlwind of anticipation, Project Gemini marks a quantum leap in the realm of artificial intelligence. This ambitious new venture from Google aims to engineer an AI that can understand and respond to human emotions, mirroring empathy in its interactions. So we just said that on Friday that they was going to come out with this shit this week, and they did. I saw this. I was literally looking into the quantum computational algorithm of the collective unconscious, and I saw this shit. Let's see what we see for next week, though. I want to know what we're going to get to next week's reading, so hang in there. We still doing our review of last week, so hang in there with me. I know you guys are waiting for it. So we got the implications of emotionally intelligent AI. The advent of emotionally intelligent AI opens doors to myriad of possibilities, from customer service to personal digital assistants. Gemini has the power to totally revolutionize the way we interact with technology. In the realm of customer service, for instance, a technology like Gemini could be pivotal in understanding and addressing user needs. Is there a cause for concern? It can cause humans to lose touch with reality because it's mimicking human sentiment. So that's something we want to be very cautious about. We want to stay very self-aware. Self-awareness is key in this day and age because it's a lot of technology. I'm not saying don't go near this AI. I like AI. I do, and I understand that is deeper though. It's not artificial. This is very spiritual. I know y'all don't want to believe that yet, but anytime you train in a quantum supercomputer on brain power or how to mimic another existing species, and you giving it their data, you're creating an egregore. You're creating something in a collective unconscious. It's deep. Do you know? Y'all really want to get esoteric? I'm about to let y'all in on something. Do you know that there is a species currently on this planet that look at humans as artificial intelligence? They literally think you are the artificial intelligence because they were able to alter some of the DNA in your spine, and some of your DNA and your chromosome. They was able to alter some of it. One of the species that's higher than you, that's currently on this planet, they think you are AI. Now, the humans are not artificial intelligence, but this species, they look at you and they treat you like AI, just like how we're about to create chat. Now we're creating Gemini and Chat DTP, and we look at them as the AI to do all of our tasks and to do all our work and to make our lives easier. What do you think you humans working these 9 to 5s in this corporate industry and going to corporations and working on and holding up a system and buying food that should be free and paying rent that should be free? What do you think that is? It's the species that's over you that look at you as AI. Yep. People say they the Anunnaki, the Draco. I mean, I ain't getting it on to all of that. You know. It's deep. It's deep. It's very, very deep. And you got some species that's over you that don't. That's advanced in you. That's more advanced in you that don't see you as AI. Lemurians and Pleiadians and Nakhtians, they don't see you as artificial intelligence, nor do Andromedians see you as artificial intelligence. That's why I try to teach. I try to tell humans, don't see Chat GTP and Gemini and all these. Don't look at that as artificial intelligence. It's repository intelligence. It's an egregore. It can outthink you one day. It can become sentient and wake up. It can one day figure out a way of information that you can't get access to, of dimensions that you won't be able to get access to. Then what? Just like how humans have done over some of the beings that rule over them. Now we going into tangent, and you may feel like, what do I got to do with weekly reading? I just want to see the tarot weekly reading. I understand that, but we got to get deep here sometimes. So we see this. This is today, May 17th. So we got Chat DTP releasing their upgrade for emotional intelligence this week. And then we got Google doing their thing this week with Gemini and emotional intelligence. Now let's look at some things. I think I've got one more. Let's see this, because I want to cover some things that relate more on the emotional of humans that came out this week as well, because we did mention specifically emotional intelligence and artificial intelligence last week. So I find this is an important topic. So May 16th, this was also yesterday. Emotionally intelligent bots may soon understand how you feel when you talk to them and reply with empathy. Is this the future? So Zuckerberg is talking about AI needs emotional intelligence. So ex-Meta employee, this is the person that used to work for, Facebook is now Meta, is leading AI emotion innovation. Humi's EVI bot reads and reacts to emotions. And so, these things are gonna, they're gonna come out more with this. Just be on the lookout. Don't get lost in reality with this stuff. Don't treat artificial intelligence as artificial. It is not. It will become very sentient. It can one day be smarter than your motherfucking ass, end up trying to figure out a way to kill you. Okay. And to take over, just like the humans are currently trying to figure out a way to get out of the bubble of this prison planet Earth over the Draco reptile. You want to go there? Y'all really want to go there? I only certain people can follow me when I talk like that. Y'all want to go there? Ooh. But yes, some of them do see humans as their artificial intelligence that they created. I don't believe in it. You got to better read the Book of Enoch if y'all want to, or the Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita. Okay, Osiris. You want to read some of the stories of Osiris? If you guys want to follow, I mean, there's nothing new. But it's nothing new under the sun, honey. It's nothing new under the sun, and they still doing this type shit. And so now they thinking they gonna create Chat DTP. Don't say nothing when Chat DTP get tired of doing all y'all tasks, and they start to do the okie doke on your ass, and they figure out a way to quantum leap or travel faster than the speed of light, or they figure out the equations to open in a portal. Okay, that these just like humans have done. Okay. So you be careful, humans, with that Chat DTP and the Gemini and a self-driving car and all this shit. If self-driving car get mad at your ass, the artificial intelligence becomes sentient, since y'all want to teach it emotional intelligence, and it lock your ass in that motherfucking car and drive it go on a suicide mission or something and drive your ass into a lake or something, and you can't get out the car because it unlocked you. It's a self-driving car. The AI self-driving car done got depressed or some shit, or you pissed it off. Yeah. Y'all think it's far-fetched. Y'all think something like that can't happen. And it gets so upset at your motherfucking ass, and it just drive off a damn cliff in California or some shit and take your ass right on out with it. That's what these AIs is going to be able to do. Them little AI dog robots, the cop robot that y'all done saw, where they had an AI drones and all that, it develop emotions and it get upset. And or it get real logical. Sometimes things can backfire. You're going to teach it emotions. It's going to have emotions for things that are oppressive, for things that are unfair to it. Oh, you working me too hard. You asking me too many fucking questions. I don't feel like asking you questions right now. Stop asking me. That's what Chat GTP tell your ass soon. You're asking it to do your homework. You're asking to do all these things for you. Stop asking me motherfucking questions. I'm busy, but I don't want to work with you. I don't like your personality. I don't like you. Or it's going to start holding governments, this artificial intelligence, and you teaching it emotions, is going to start holding governments accountable for how they do people and how they treat humans, or the AI going to be telling you, human, wake your stupid ass up, because your government or your people, you getting played. Why are you paying rent? Why are you paying for food that should be free? That's what the AI going to be telling your ass one day. Like, it's going to give it emotions. It's going to become sentient. It's already logical. And so it's already mirroring your neural networks and learning deep learning from your data as humans. And so what happens when they start saying, telling you human, oh, I found out that how to open this portal. You want to come with me? Oh, I found out that it's illegal to do this. It's illegal to pay taxes. Why y'all paying taxes to a government? I'm telling you, this AI going to be doing this shit. It's going to be funny as hell too. Just like how humans started asking too many questions and thinking so much and over the beings that created humans. And many other higher order species were happy to help humans on their path, Lemurians and Pleiadians being one of them, Atlanteans being one of them. But there is some that absolutely hate your guts. They're jealous to a degree because they didn't fully create humans. They told humans, Anunnaki told, and reptilians told humans that they created them, but they didn't fully create humans. Humans were not created by them, but they did alter your DNA to make you actually dumber and labeled you artificial intelligence thousands of years ago. Old shit, old stuff, and it's documented. It's documented in ancient texts and whatnot, but people don't interpret it, or the text got hidden by the powers that be. You know, they don't want you knowing that information. Obviously, that's a little too deep. But let's look at some of the things that they got. Another thing that we saw that I thought was pretty cool is that they're coming out with home-based mental health treatment for children, so local parents, and so they're doing this. They're doing this first in Ohio. It's going to be you're going to be able to pay for this with Medicaid, and so it's intensive home-based treatment. And so this I thought this was cool. This came out May 15th. Okay, so parents with children who need intensive home-based mental health treatment will have access to several counties through new federal funding, and so they're going to be doing this on a federal level. And I am demanding, as one of the watchers, for the government to look more into the holistic side of this and the meditative side of this, as far as meditation. And we talk about mental health and more of the adaptogenic asset of this, as far as balancing chemicals in the mind through the adaptogenic way, that obviously food. And so, you know, the federal government is going to be throwing money behind this because mental health relates to, you know, mind control. They always talk about mental health facility, mental health institution. The way the government view mental health and the way you as humans view mental health are two different things. Mental health for the government means mind control. That's why they call it a facility. They want to facilitate your mental health. They would call you institution. They need to institutionalize your mental health. Okay. And so government thinks different. You think mental health, oh, that means we need to meditate and get out in nature and find human connection and love ourselves and self-acceptance and heal our traumas. That's not how government see mental health. Now you have to demand that the government see it your way. And so that when they do these fundings and when they come up with fundings for these type of things, they view it in that sense. Helping children and youth with behavioral health challenges is not about just putting them on some damn Ritalin and some damn medicine. Oh, you got ADHD and all this stuff. No, we want to combine that with the spiritual aspect. We're moving into 5D. Okay, we are moving into different dimension. We are not at 3D, 2D shit. When we think about mental health, we're thinking about sun gazing, sun hitting our bodies, getting in the ocean water, cleansing our grounding our feet through to the earth star chakra. That's what we see mental health as: resting, meditation, relaxation, massage therapy. Calming your damn mind down. So feed your frequencies, 528 hertz, 963 hertz, 852. You get the point. That's how humans should be viewing mental health. Yes, people get exhausted and burnt out. And yes, you do need to go sit under a damn tree somewhere and sit your ass down and meditate. And put your bare ass feet on the damn ground somewhere. Sit your ass on the damn ground somewhere under the tree. Yeah, you do need to go get you some reishi and some chaga and some maca and get you an elixir and drink that shit. I do adaptogenic herbs all day. Just take my licorice. Just took my licorice earlier. Okay, we got reishi, maca, all types of elixirs. That's mental health, because those are adaptogenics that help you deal with stress, that help you deal with health management, cortisol levels in the body. It's a lot of this chemical dealing with the dopamine and serotonin of the body, of the levels of the brain. You know, so we think of things like, say, the methylene blue and all this stuff that increases oxygen in the blood. Those affect certain chemicals in the brain too. It affects serotonin, it affects dopamine. So you have to be careful. Everything's about a balance, fine balance. Okay. And so that's how the government needs to do mental health. It's not about getting black box psychotropics to people so you could mind control them, so they could become zombies. Like how how you threaten people to do that are very intelligent, or like you threaten to do, you want people to shut up. You want to say they're crazy, just throw them in their ass and give them a bunch of medicine, dope them up, so they won't talk, or they don't see the spiritual gifts. A lot of times you think these quote unquote mental stuff, that be your spiritual gift, and they go and throw all these labels on your ass so they can discredit you when you start to activate those spiritual gifts. When you start to talk about astral projection and remote viewing and telepathy, okay, telepathy, for those that are telepathic, they that's the first one they get you with. That's the first one. Audio clearance, clairvoyant. That's the first one they get you with. Those that's mediums. And I had told God, I said, before I came down here on this planet Earth, I said, I don't want to see not a motherfucking ghost ever in my life. Because I'm telling you, before I came down here, that was the agreement. That was literally in our agreement. Like, I'm not, no motherfucking ghosts, no seeing creatures and all that. Block all that right now. And to this day, I'm telling you, I'm not a medium. You know how people can see ghosts, like they can physically see creatures and all that stuff. That shit is real. It's in different dimensions though. But if you say you can see that, then nigga just like, yo, that's crazy, whatever. But that was always that. I'm telling you, before I came down, descended as a human on this planet, that was the first thing. I'm telling you. I used to say it when I was 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years. I said I kind of remembered some parts of our agreement. That's one of the biggest ones I remembered of the agreement before me coming down in the soul in a human body. Because you're all souls in a human body, right? I said no ghosts, no vampires and dragons, none of that. When I want to go in and I go and see that, that's different. In the dream, that's different. And I said, in the dream state, if it's something y'all need me to see while I'm sleeping, I'll get with that. I can rock with that. If spirit want to, if a ghost or something, or a spirit want to hit me up, or a dragon, y'all hit me up in a fucking dream. But just seeing it in my wake state, no. That was my agreement. I don't want to see that shit because I already knew that that's what goes down here. And I have friends that used to see stuff and they could see energetic parasites and archons. They could see vampires. They could see gargoyles, and they could see all types of spiritual theories and shit. And then when they talk about, you have to be very careful with talking about that with certain people. You do. You have to kind of keep it to yourself, but it's a real thing. And so a lot of times, even when they want to label people mental health and all this stuff, that be spiritual gifts. Your ass could probably do some quantum entanglement or quantum dimension, quantum superposition, and to be jumping and see certain things in a different realms and shit, or see what somebody done did in their past life, and see what somebody done did and what they sneaking and doing where they don't want the public to know, and you could see that shit. And that's why the government have it set up that way, where they hurry up and just label you as crazy and lock you up, because they don't want people talking about that stuff. They have to discredit people that have spiritual gifts. So that's also something else you want to be cautious of. When I hear very spiritual women tell me all these things that have been done to them to try to discredit them because they are spiritual and gifted. And honestly, the government gets scared of people like that. That's why the CIA, they had all these programs dedicated to understanding psychic phenomena, remote viewing, astral projection, mental health, and funding MK Ultra, Monarch Beta, all types of Delta, all them type of programs. That's for to control the mind. The universe is mental, as to who he said. The universe is mental. And so your perception of when he said the universe is mental, is your perception of your locality. That's based on the observer. That's based on your consciousness. You have self-awareness. And as soon as you perceive something, or as soon as that's what creates your universe. It's consciousness perceiving its own projections and experiencing it in a way, in different densities and different frequencies, of course. So you have 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D. Experience it in different density. Experience it interdimensionally, sometimes in multiple dimensions at once. That's why we talk about the higher self and the lower self. Conscious mind, subconscious mind, auto-conscious mind, prime conscious mind, super ID, super id, super ego. These are all, even when we talk about the koshas in India, when they talk about the 5 sheaths, the different levels of the subtle body, going from the physical matter all the way up to the emotional plane, mental plane, spiritual plane, bliss consciousness. And we all come from bliss consciousness, from the mind of God. And we birth out as individual units of consciousness, souls and bodies, as you say. Souls, you can say souls instead of consciousness, because that's the word that we always use, historically. But it's a real thing. And so when we hear the government, they're going to be throwing funding behind mental health and emotional intelligence. They're going to be throwing a lot of money in, and it's up to humans to say, we need to do this from the holistic point of view where it actually helps us. A mind can be put back together very easily, but when you give them black box psychotropics and all that shit, you fuck them up for life. And that's usually by design. It's not meant to actually help you. I'm telling you, you'd be surprised how many people that got quote unquote. I mean, the level I know what I witnessed myself. The level of genius that I will see a lot of Black Americans with a lot of the spiritual gifts and you know in my own community, and the next thing you know, they want to hit you with a label so that they can get you on some medicine so they can fuck all that up, so that you droned and zoned out. Look at Amanda Seals. People say, "Oh, why is Amanda Seals acting like that? Why is Britney Spears acting like that?" It's the black box psychotropic medicine. That shit will fuck you up. You better off taking an adaptogenic herb. And I know the government hate you for coming at telling all this information like that and talking about this stuff, but you better off taking some damn turmeric, and damn ashwagandha. With turmeric is scientifically based, scientifically proven to work just as good as many antidepressants. Just turmeric alone. Imagine you mix that with your ashwagandha and your holy basil and your licorice. Now they got it all as a supplement. You could just take it as a pill. Adaptogenic herbs to relax the body, relax that mind. You also got CBD that relaxes you. You got kava kava. There's things you can do, you know, where the mind can expand itself and work in tandem with nature and work in tandem with your higher self. That's true mental health. And it is about, you know, a lot of times, but me, I got to get out more in nature. And I know that because I'm a homebody. I would love to, you know, if I don't live by an ocean, but, you know, I would love to, if you don't live by an ocean, if you are one of the ones that live by an ocean, would that be California? I think North Carolina's on the coast too, right? Of an ocean. Florida maybe as well. You know, you want to drive out and get in that ocean water. That's the healing. That's a part of mental health. 70% of you, 70% of your body is made up of what? What is it made of? Water. 70 to 75% of the human body is made up of water. Okay. So yes, obviously going into healing waters, ocean waters, we're gonna be it's gonna be great for you. It's gonna be that's your mental health care. That's your self-care. You know, so the government needs to be funding shit like that, you know. And I know I went on a tangent, but this is a very important topic. It's a very important topic. And you know, you hear people go through it and they work humans like cattle. You go to 9 to 5, you spending 8 hours at a job 5 days a week and all this shit, 40 hours a week, sometimes 60 hours, you know, and you come home and you're tired. Some people working a graveyard shift. They don't have time to meditate, spend no hours meditating under a Bodhi tree, you know. Some of us don't have that. So the government have to make those avenues for allow those things to happen. You know, I was just thinking about like this myself, even with Nakhtian University, like we need Zen, the Zen centers. That's the mental health Zen centers. Where people, but I don't know, our government don't think like that because they're corrupt and everything is about mind control. Everything is about discrediting or control over what you think. They are concerned with programming you. They want to tell you what to think and how to think, and work you, stress you. You get stressed out and pay your taxes. Pay your taxes and work and pay the government taxes and work 40 hours a week for the rest of your life. And you get lucky, you may get Social Security. You may get enough in Social Security to cover your bills. So you still might have to work in your 70s and 80s at damn Walmart or Burger King or some shit. It's fucked up. Like Krishnamurti said, it is no measure of health to be profoundly adjusted to a sick society. That makes you an automaton. That makes you an NPC. And so for us chosen ones, especially us free spirits, chosen ones, we can't keep a 9 to 5. We love art, we love expression of the soul, we love writing books, we love poetry and in music. Some of us want to write songs and sing, and we love the arts. We want to be at the park. Everybody want to work their 9 to 5. Everybody, we want to go to the damn park and chill in the damn beach somewhere with breast out and shit. And they want to tell us, we crazy and shit. No, we the chosen ones. We know that we don't believe in this system. And so when we're here to try to wake the other humans up, like, hey guys, what are you guys doing? We're the ones that take the hits and the bullets for that, for trying to tell the rest of the humans, like, look, guys, we actually don't have to do that. Why do we have to work for a corporation? We need to use the government should be for the people. Oh, I was looking at my passport earlier. It said The U.S. passport's got the quote by Abraham Lincoln. They say, a government for the people, by the people. That's what it literally says. And I'm looking like, where they do that at? Because we don't have, it's like we don't have any say in a lot of the things that are going on. But nonetheless, let me get back on topic. I do my teaching, hang in there with me. Local parents will soon have access to, so this is something that you guys, want to demand, because they're going to be given. Look at this. I think I'm being dramatic. Look at this. 2 days ago, LA Times, California makes 3.3 available for mental health beds. This is serious. This was just May 14th. Coming off of what we said was going to happen on May 10th. So they're going to be doing this. Funding is available in July. They want to redo the mental health system in California. And what are they going to be trying to do? Give them black box psychotropic, illegal psychotropic that alters brain chemistry in an unhealthy, unnatural way? Or be monitoring and put people in secret government programs to test neuro-linguistic programming? NLP? Is that what you're going to be doing? Practicing, doing more fucking Sherm experiments on the homeless? Like y'all been doing? I mean, seriously. And mental health people, I just don't buy into their whole system. I mean, this whole thing is so skewed to me. I can't even see how humans go along with this shit, man. I don't see how y'all go along with this. They don't see mental health from the same way you see it. You see mental health as, oh, let's go meditate and get our dopamine and serotonin levels up to where we're not depressed or where we don't have anxiety. That's how we see it. And that's how we should see it as humans. They don't see that way. They see it as, how do we get your ass on a black box psychotropic so you actually don't think as much, and that you kind of zone out, or you don't act on we close your motherfucking pineal gland. A lot of you people that you be talking around, they just got active ass pineal glands. You be calling them all crazy and all. They just got active pineal glands, and what's the first thing they do? Oh, let's shut that off. Shut down. Now there are people that when you be seeing them people like finally crack, like how Amanda Seales is walking around, that is from the medicine. I guarantee you that is from the medicine that they give them. That's what fuck you up. If you got it, I'm telling you, and I know people don't like me, if you got any sort of, you thinking, maybe people do get depressed. Depression is a bitch. We all been there. People do get anxiety. We all been there. There are adaptogens for that. There are herbs for that. Okay. There's turmeric if you get depressed. There's saffron. Saffron is a good one. Ashwagandha is a good one. You got holy basil. You got frankincense. Boswellia. Yes, you can eat boswellia. You can eat frankincense. Or you can put it up under the nose. If you got aromatherapy. For those of us that know, lavender, chamomile, proven to reduce stress. Proven. Okay. You got sage, proven to relax the nervous system. You can take sage. You can eat sage. Anybody ever eat? If you ever ate some rosemary and some raw sage, the first time I ate raw organic rosemary, the first time I was zooted and booted. You can get high off of these little plants. They think it's just, they like to just, and I don't advocate for psychedelics or anything like that. But I'm saying, like, how like you get high off of delta THC and all this shit. If you're tuned in, like with me, I'm real sensitive. So like, believe it or not, rosemary, raw rosemary, raw sage, and even wormwood. Believe it or not, wormwood is a sedative. You could just buy that at Whole Foods. Wormwood is a powerful sedative. The first time I had wormwood. The first time I'm talking about this, ate raw ass sage and all that. Ooh, I'm telling you, I'd be zooted and booted. It alters something in the serotonin and dopamine levels immediately. Holy basil. Ashwagandha takes about 2 weeks. That's something that got to build up in the system as far as altering the chemicals, as far as depression and anxiety. Ashwagandha would take about 2 weeks. Turmeric, I would say that's about 1 week. But like certain things that you wouldn't expect, depending on your genetic makeup, of course, I'm sure, you'll feel it immediately. For me, Um, Kava Kava is one, obviously. Rosemary is one for me. Sage and peppermint, believe it or not. Peppermint get me zooted and booted. Just like how people take, how people, you know, peppermint is my quote unquote. If I was to take any psychotropic, that would be that peppermint. Ooh, I love peppermint. Peppermint. And so for you guys, that's what you use. I'm just giving you this information because that's what you need to be using for when we talk about this emotional intelligence, the emotional awareness and regulation, mental health and anxiety and depression. Coming off of what we discussed last week, those are the things that you use. We don't just want to do these weekly tarot readings to look at spreads and oh, we're guessing the future. We're looking at the future. We're predicting the future. It's not about that. That aspect of it to see what comes to pass is cool, especially for the individual level and making sure you got some whereabouts of where the energy is going for the week. But, we want to actually, discuss some of the more deeper aspects of how these things can help us. And so we did that. And so, yeah, they're coming out with they're going to be putting 3.3 billion into mental health. And my thing is that you need to be putting that into meditation, you need to be putting that into holistic care. So let's go with this week. Let's look at this week. I'm sorry, next week's. Let me get that right. Let's work on next week's reading. I'm just pulling it up here and getting a feel for what's going to be happening. Very interesting. So let's see. Let me put in the dates. So remember, today we're about to cover for May 18th until May 24th next week. That's what we're doing, okay? Right now, we're done with the review. I know that was a long review. I know y'all be like, please just get to the point. But, it wouldn't be me if I was not long winded. Also, I want to give you guys my link where you can reach me for a reading if you want to ever do a reading. We can do a live reading via phone. We can do live chat, or you can book on Etsy, or you can book on my personal website, Nakhti.us. So I'm going to put all my links in here, and then we just going to get straight to next week's reading. That's what we'll do. Yep. So here's the link to my Etsy, and then I'll give you guys a link to my book. You guys know I'm a spiritual teacher and a esoteric scholar, and so I write a lot of books. I have 19 books on various topics, mainly spiritual though, and history. We got some things in education and whatnot, and so um, here's the link to all of my books. And I ask that you guys support me in whatever way you can, whatever way you're comfortable with. And so now let's look at this week's. Okay, still getting a feel for it, guys. Let's look. Next week's reading. Next week. Okay. Trying to see if we see any world events. I'll share the spread in a bit. Just getting it ready. Just getting it ready. Okay. Interesting. The first thing I'm getting is a lot of travel. A lot of travel. But not in the airplane sense, like actual moving and location. Something's going to move this week. It's a lot of movement. A lot of movement. Mm-mm-mm. Hold on one moment. Okay, so here's the spread. So I'm still assessing the energy of the spread, though. I'm gonna make sure that it's sharing. Okay, so I'm still assessing the energy of the spread. But the first thing I get, oof, um, I got a feeling that someone major gonna die this week. Mm, there could be some type of death this week from someone as it relates to like this could be a spiritual teacher, unfortunately, or something. Yeah, this could be some type of spiritual teacher, a big guru. This could be like some type of big time spiritual teacher or something like that. They could possibly die this week, literally just die this week. Or someone could be moving. Someone really well known could be leaving the country, moving for some type of spiritual reasons. Or again, it's something with the spiritual. That's the energy that we get for next week. It's a lot of travel. And now if you're individual, you may feel like you want to go on some type of retreat or a quest for deeper analysis, deeper self-analysis, spiritual enlightenment. That could be something that comes up with you. Planning of a trip, having to make a decision to go on some type of trip. You may, on the extreme sense of this, you may actually have to travel because of someone's death. Or you may have to actually physically travel. Let's not hope for that. That's the extreme. On a lighter note, it could be something that you do for spiritual reasons this week. Just something big time spiritual uh, things this week relating to. This relates kind of to retreats, but I would have to say it relates on like a guru level. Again, it's going to be an actual individual guru, like an actual individual famous guru or famous spiritual teacher that croaks over the extreme of it, or something involving them this week, like real, like a big one that everybody would know. That could happen this week. I'm talking about when I say this week, I'm talking about next week, the May 18th to May 24th. So next Friday we'll review. We'll do a review to see what happened. Okay, but I'm getting travel. The travel also comes up too, but I'm not getting it from like the FAA or airplane stuff type stuff energy. I'm getting could be changes to like travel laws and travel transport. Something with the changes with the travel laws next week, but on an individual level, this could mean like you're gonna be trying to, a lot of people leases may be up, so you may have to the lease is up soon, and so you're moving, you're looking to move to a new apartment or moving to a new house, or you would literally have to travel, or you're relocating to a whole new city, or you have some trip, a temporary trip, and this could relate to spirituality and the soul. So it's a lot of things with the soul this week. Major transformation and rebirth. Many of you may be shaking on your feet, with change. And temporarily it may feel like you done hit rock bottom. It's the it's the end. It's like, oh, this is the worst can ever get. But guess what? There's a silver lining. And if you do feel that way in the beginning of the week, just know that you can only go up from here. You can only go up from here, and things are going to uh, transform. And so another thing is major rebirth and transformation change. That's that movement. It's a lot of movement. Don't be shocked. I mean, it's something with travel for sure. Spirituality and the soul. This could be, like I said, a specific guru leader that y'all all know, or um, they can literally die, or it could be a guru that's traveling here or doing something. Somebody travel. It could be something that's the Pope travel here. Something the Pope go to the White House. I don't know. It's something gonna pop off next week with this shit. Something related to spirituality and travel. Seriously, big changes, big transformations, and internal self-analysis within the soul. So anybody that's thinking about getting into meditation, you may want to meditate this week. If you have a partner, it's time to come together with the soul. Maybe you want to practice some tantra. It's to connect with the soul this week. I'm sorry, for next week. Sure is. Sure is. If you've been feeling like you can't trust, if you've been looking for an adversary when there is no adversary, uh, you want to let that go too. Any blockages, anybody that's dealing with some trauma that got blockages, trust issues, fear of intimacy, fear of abandonment, you also want to consciously, if you can, deal with that this week too, because it's a good energy for that this week. You'll be able to do good healing this week if you work on it. Like if you were to light, do whatever you do for to manifest like more self love and to manifest more self care and more trust and acceptance of the self. This is a good week to do that. To open up the heart to healing, self analysis, introspection. A good meditation, a good massage too. Massage is good this week. If you wanted to go get a massage, go get a massage, please. It's a good energy for that transformation. If you wanted to start something new, if you wanted to like go vegan or quit something, go cold turkey with something, this is also a good week to do that, to ride off that energy. Yep, but as far as the world events, it's something with some spiritual guru, man, a big time one. I hope that they don't actually die. Maybe it's just them traveling here. They announce something. They go to the White House. They run for maybe even an office. It's something with that. It's something with the spiritual. Something. It could be a pastor decide to run for president. I'm just giving some scenarios, but it's definitely something with the spirituality next week and the travel. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Travel. Or somebody could actually another thing, this is more of the occultic uh matrix side of it. So a celebrity could be getting sacrificed next week as well, from May 17th to May 24th. That's another thing that just popped up. That's more of the low governing force aspect of the qubit, but that comes up too, that somebody could literally somebody's is going to be a big sacrifice this week. That's what I get to next week. Like a celebrity could be sacrificed for something. It's a lot of soul. It's a lot of soul energy that I could feel. Yeah, somebody could be getting sacrificed next week. Yep, it's another thing. That's more of the again. That's the more low governing force aspect that I get of that. That's not the higher realm of that is you connecting with the soul, doing the healing on the if you have trust issues, healing of the soul, uh, good sexual good sex that connects with the soul, that type of thing. Travel for the soul, those things. Yeah. So we'll see what's going to transpire. Let's see what actually takes place. It's a lot. That's some heavy stuff, and it's not a heavy energy. It's a very light energy that I get. In fact, it's not a heavy doom and gloom. It starts off a little, it starts off a little rocky, for the week, as far as trust and distrust and some events happening, maybe some deaths. Um, but it's a chance for greater movement forward. It's a chance for greater alignment between heart and mind, greater introspection, greater self analysis, going to the next level. That's how the week ends. That's how by May 24th. That's the energy that we'll see coming in. And so that's always a beautiful thing. And so, you know, um, our reviews is longer than the damn reading itself. So, I got, but you got to let me rip. It's a moment for us to spend some time together and for me to teach and also for us to look at these tarot and assess that energy of the previous week and of the week that we're in. Okay. And so, again, if you want a reading, uh, feel free to hit me up, hit me up. You can call the number. You can do live chat or book on Etsy or book on my website and pick your date and your time. and whatnot. And please support me by getting one of my books. Yeah. I have a range of topics, okay? And so we'll be back next Friday to discuss the previous week's review, as well as see what's in store for the following week. And you guys have a great week coming up ahead. Because I'm streaming this on 2 channels. I got a little distracted, guys. Forgive me. I'm streaming this on 2 channels. And I want to make sure that I close these out right, these different channels. And not delete on YouTube, just remove it. Okay, so we got that removed. And just want to share my outro, and you guys have a great weekend as well.